Hi guys. I wanted to do a video today about how important it is that we try to make our anxiety, stress, and symptoms smaller instead of bigger. When we have limbic impairment, we tend to, because our brain is stuck in those trauma loops, we catastrophize. We make everything bigger. The limbic system is doing that. Because it's stuck in fight or flight, we're ramped up and it's trying to protect us. And so everything is bigger. I try to imagine like if we were actually being chased by a bear or a dog or whatever, when you're in fight or flight, when your body is actually there because it's supposed to be and it's designed to protect us, that everything is magnified, because our system is designed to protect us. So we become more alert, our blood is rushing to our extremities, so we can run, we can fight, we can flee, we can freeze, whatever we need to do. So everything is magnified. Our hearing is better, our vision is better, all of those things that are good when you're actually in fight or flight. But with limbic impairment and we're stuck in fight or flight, everything is magnified. And I'm sure some of you have in your symptoms, sometimes we're more sensitive to sounds, things sound louder. Some people even have to wear headphones to cover sounds, make sounds not as loud, but sometimes, hearing can be more sensitive, so sounds are louder. Pain can actually be accelerated, like stronger than what it would normally be for people who don't have limbic impairment. We're more sensitive to pain. We're more sensitive to light sometimes. So just in general, we feel things a lot stronger. Everything's big. The limbic system makes everything big. So I did a video several months ago where I introduced Limby and Cordy. So here's Limby and here's Cordy, just to have a little visual. But Limby magnifies everything because she's freaking out, always on hyper alert, super aware of everything, making everything bigger, maximizing everything. Where Cordy, the prefrontal cortex, is the part of our brains that we need to develop because it tends to be weaker in people who have limbic impairment. But this is the part of our brains that makes executive decisions and is the one that needs to calm down the limbic system. So this is the little guy here that we need to engage more to get Limby to calm down and to minimize the symptoms. So I wanted to talk about this today because I was thinking, like, it's so easy to get caught up in the symptoms and everything is a problem and problems seem bigger than they should be and everything's just big, big, big. And we need to learn to minimize things. I was thinking about the DARE app, which is the DARE, and the very first letter of the DARE app stands for de-escalate. Is it de-escalate? De-escalate. I don't think that's the word actually. Oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed. I wrote it down, but I forgot to bring it in here. But anyway, whatever it is, we need to minimize the symptoms. So with the DARE app, one of the things that they tell you to do is, when you start getting symptoms or you start having anxiety, you just, whatever anxiety, I'm not going to listen to you. Just chill out. I'm going to keep doing what I was doing. Whatever you want to throw at me is fine. Go for it. With the pain PT, he teaches that we need to say things like, I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm perfectly fine, there's nothing wrong with me, it's just my brain, calm down, relax. So these different programs, they all teach that we need to calm the nervous system, that we need to minimize instead of making everything bigger. Instead of making it bigger, we need to make it smaller. So I'm sure there's different ways to do this, like what I just said with the DARE app, like, whatever, I don't care, kind of have to become almost like neutral about things and just, I don't care, whatever, do your thing. I'm just going to go over here and keep doing my thing. But one of the things that for me is really helpful in minimizing things is to use humor. And to me, that's really, really important. Several months ago, a lot of you already know this because you've seen my other videos, but several months ago I wrote a book. I have it right here. It's called Anxiety from a Different Angle. And the reason I wrote the book is because I wanted to minimize and make smaller the big monster of anxiety and fear. And that was the main reason I wrote it. Anxiety from a Different Angle was to take the monster of anxiety and make it more manageable and even make it fun, and to be able to, at least while people are reading the book, to kind of turn around that big scary idea of anxiety and fear and all the symptoms and make them something that we can even laugh at. And I know it's hard to imagine laughing at anxiety and fear and all the things that we go through, but I think it's really important, and it's part of making it smaller, minimizing. So in the book, I've turned the limbic system, Limby, into a cute little character. And throughout the book, I put in scenarios that are things that we go through on a regular basis, things that we struggle with, but I've made them into funny scenarios that can actually make you laugh. One of the things that I've noticed over the years is when you have limbic impairment, you become very, very serious, lacking joy, don't laugh very much. We take everything very seriously because we're on high alert all the time, and we become very self-focused, understandably, because when you have a lot of symptoms and stuff, that's what you look at because they're big and scary. So we focus on them. But I have found that humor is really important, and whether it's just making yourself laugh and acting silly throughout the day and looking for things that you enjoy, watching funny videos or whatever, but also being able to minimize the symptoms, being able to make the anxiety smaller, and even learning to look at some of our behaviors and not take them so seriously and just kind of laugh things off, make fun of yourself a little bit. We need to lighten up because having limbic impairment has made us so serious, and we've lost a lot of joy in life and the ability to laugh at things. And I think we really need to learn to make the symptoms smaller, make the anxiety smaller and more manageable, and start laughing more and looking for things that we enjoy. And I think that's all part of making it smaller so that we can enjoy life again and not be ruled by the anxiety and the fear and the symptoms and all that. So I hope that made sense. far as my book, for those of you who aren't aware of it, it's on sale on Amazon. It is available on Amazon if you want to take a look at it. I have had some really good reviews. People have said that it actually helps them. They even use it sometimes. They have it out on their table and look at it on a regular basis, and has a lot of helpful little tips in it. It's funny, but it has some serious tips and tricks and a lot of encouragement, because this is an interesting journey that we're on, guys, and we need as much encouragement as we can get. So I hope that made sense. You know, I don't usually write things down when I'm making my videos. I just have something on my heart that I want to share with you. So hope that made sense. And let's try to minimize the anxiety and the fear and all of that today, and laugh a little bit. All right, guys, thanks for watching.